Hi, welcome to Business Numbers for business owners who really hate numbers. I'm Sarah Grimsdick from My Profit Team. I'm a business coach that helps small business owners grow their business. I'm going to dive straight in because we've got a lot to get through. So today I'm hoping to help you identify and understand and use the key numbers in your business. And the reason I'm doing this is because as a business coach, I know how important it is to a business owner's success that they understand the numbers in their business. Numbers are the language of business, whether we like it or not. We can't avoid them, even if we want to. All my clients tell me that they hate numbers, that they can't stand it, and a lot, will put their head in the sand to their own detriment. They will ignore letters coming from the VAT man or something like that, and it can only ever get them in hot water doing that. They all avoid speaking to their accountants if they can. So what I'm trying to do here is help you understand what I think are the key numbers in your business, which are the ones that you really need to be keeping track of to really fuel your growth, to understand your growth and use those numbers to make decisions to fuel your growth. So as I said, I'm Sarah Grimsdick from My Profit Team. I am an Entrepreneur Circle certified business coach. I'm also an ex-chartered accountant, which helps with the numbers bit. I have started and sold businesses in the leisure industry, so I know what it's like out there on the cold face of being a business owner. I've been there. And now, as I said, I work with business owners to help them grow their business and get paid more. Just a quick disclaimer on this. I'm going to be talking about how you take money out of your business. This is different for lots of people. So some people pay income tax on their profits. Other people pay themselves in dividends. Whatever you do, that's between you and your accountant. At no point am I giving you tax advice during this webinar. I'm an ex-accountant. I am not up to date with all the current personal tax law out there. So please, if you're in any doubt, please go and speak to your personal accountant. So what are the key numbers in your business? Well, I've identified 4 numbers here that I want you to focus on. It's really the tip of the iceberg. And obviously when I work with clients, we get much more in depth into all the numbers that they need to be focusing. But for you here, I want to talk to you about 4 numbers. So the number 1 number is how much do you want to get paid from your business? That's actually the amount that you want in your bank account each month, each year. Number 2 is how much does the business need to make in order to pay you that much? And that can be surprising. Number 3 is the average value of a sale or a client to you. And number 4 is how many sales or clients do you need in order to make number 1 happen? So how many sales or clients do you need in order to get paid the amount you want to get paid from your business? Diving right into number 1, how much do you want to get paid? I spend a lot of time with clients on this bit. So it's not something we can cover in a 15-minute webinar. This is really something that you need to go away and have a think about. So go away, take some time, go to a quiet place, turn your phone off, get away from the kids, whatever you need to do. And really have a think about what does success look like to you? Because it's different to everyone. What do you need? What do you need to survive at the moment with your current bills? What do you need to be comfortable? Where you're not just surviving, but you're comfortable. And what do you need to be really comfortable? Where actually you're taking all the nice holidays that you want, you're driving the car that you want. What is that figure? What do you want your lifestyle to look like? Go away and maybe talk to your partner about it as well, because we need to know what we're aiming for here. What will it all cost? So actually go away and add it all up, write it all down, put up a spreadsheet or just get a notepad out and write down how much you want to spend on holidays each year, how much you want to spend on doing the house up or sorting the car out or sending the kids to private school, whatever it is you want to do in your life, how much will it actually cost? And have a think about, is time or money more important to you? And there's no wrong answer here. I've had clients that are focused on money. No shame in that. They want to make more money. They want to improve their lifestyle for themselves and their family. And that's absolutely brilliant. But I've also had clients come to me and said, you know what, it's not about the money. I enjoy what I'm doing. I'm happy with the money I'm earning. What I'm not happy with is the amount of hours I have to put in to earn that money. So from there, we look at the business and we look at how we can re-engineer everything so they're making the same amount of money, but they're not working all hours of the day and all hours of the weekend. So it's really about what's most important to you. And only you can answer that. Hopefully you'll come up with a figure. And for these purposes, that figure, we're going to call that your net salary. So that is the figure that you want in your bank account every year, every month. Once you have that figure, you can go to an online tax calculator to work out what the business actually needs to pay you. And this is a real eye-opener for lots of people. So when I have clients say to me, oh, I want to take home £100,000 a year, what they don't realise is the business needs to be paying them something like £130,000 a year so they can pay the tax so that they can actually have that £100,000 in their bank account. So it is a big difference. So I really do urge you to go and do this. You can go, there are lots of online tax calculators out there. This one was quite helpful. I found it from Gorilla Accounting. And what I did was I played around with the figure. So you enter the figure in the top box there, which is the enter gross salary. And the bottom line is what we're looking at. That's your take home pay. So I'm going to show you an example in a minute where I wanted the business owner to be taking home £50,000 a year. So what I did was I played around with the figure in the top box to get to as close as I could to that £50,000 a year. So you can see here that this person, if they're earning a gross salary of £71,000 a year, then the take-home pay will be £50,000 a year. So go and work this out. Work out what the business actually needs to be paying you, which we're going to call your gross salary. And then we can move on. So meet Pam. Pam is my example. Pam is an interior designer. She's a sole trader, so she pays income tax. And she wants to earn £50,000 a year. So as we saw on the last page, the business needs to pay Pam £71,000 a year in order for her to have £50,000 in her bank account. So £71,000 so that Pam can have £50,000 to fund the lifestyle that she wants. So the second number we're going to look at is how much does the business need to make? So here we're going to get to your gross profit. So I want you to add up all your fixed expenses here. It's also sometimes known as your indirect costs. And this really is anything that doesn't change depending on how many clients you have. So if I sell balloons for parties, for example, you're going to pay me to buy my balloon arch, for example, but I have to pay for those balloons. I have to pay for the helium before I sell them to you. That's a direct cost. It's not a fixed cost because it varies depending on how many balloons I sell. So the more balloons I sell, the more balloons I have to buy. So we're not going to include that in this list here. This is expenses that don't change. They don't change month to month, really based on how many clients you have. So they're things like your office rent or your shop rent, if you have one, business insurance, software. So when you're paying for Xero, Calendly, MailChimp, that kind of thing. Any website monthly maintenance fees, any fixed license fees or franchise fees, your phone bill, fixed advertising costs. So like if you're paying to put an advert in a magazine, for example, networking fees that don't change, and anything else you can think of that doesn't change month to month in your business based on how many clients you have. This does not have to be exact. Please do not spend hours trawling through your bank statements trying to find every penny. It doesn't have to be exact. Rough estimates are fine. Round numbers are totally fine. We're just trying to this is not your tax return. They have to be exact for your tax return. This is not your tax return. What we're trying to do here is get a big picture figure here. So we're just trying to work on a big picture. Rough numbers are absolutely fine. So going back to Pam, Pam works from home. She's an interior designer. She works from home. She doesn't have any rent to pay. You can see the numbers that I've made up here. Don't read too much into them. These are completely made up. It's a made up example, but you can see that her big fees are her software, her advertising costs, and her networking fees. So Pam's total fixed expenses come to a nice round £6,000. So once we've got the total fixed expenses, we're going to add that to what your desired gross income was. So what the business needs to be paying you in order for you to take home the amount you want to pay. This is going to be known as your desired gross profit. So total expenses plus total gross income equals how much the business needs to make. So for Pam, we had her fixed expenses of £6,000, and we know the business needs to pay Pam £71,000 in order for her to take home £50,000 in her bank account. So the business needs to make £77,000 a year in order for Pam to live the lifestyle that she wants. So the number 3 number we're focusing on today is the average value of a sale or client to you. And here we need to look at your sales price and we need to look at your direct costs. So your direct costs are the cost to you of providing your specific product or service. So they are the cost I talk about in my balloon example, this is the cost of the actual balloon that you're selling, the cost of the helium that you use to fill the balloon. These costs go up or down based on how many sales you make. So we need to know your sales price and your cost to you, and that will give us a value of a sale. So if I use my balloon, and I'm going to make these up, for example, if I sell a balloon arch for £300, maybe the balloon and the helium have cost me £100. So the value of that sale to me is £200. And we want to work on an average here, because the balloon seller might sell £300 arches. She might also sell £20 balloon display. So there's a big difference there. So we want to get an average. So take your total sales from last year or last month, whatever you want to deal with, and take the total cost to you of the same period. So divide the total sales by the total cost, and that gives you your, do you take your total sales and deduct your total cost, and that gives you your total gross profit. And take the total gross profit and divide that by the number of sales you made in that same period, and that gives you your average value. So for Pam is an interior designer. She gets paid for her service, so there are no costs involved in providing the service. It's just her time. When we look at the average value of the client to her, sometimes she charges £5,000 for a design service. Sometimes she charges £1,000. Depends on how many rooms they want, depending on how big the house is. It varies. Again, I've made these figures up. I don't actually know how much interior design services cost. So in last year, she made a gross profit of £51,000, and during that time, she serviced 17 clients. So if I take £51,000 and I divide it by 17, then I get an average design fee of £3,000. So the average value of a client to Pam is £3,000. So the number 4 number that we're looking at is how many sales or clients do you need to fund the lifestyle that you want, and to get the amount that you want to be paid that we worked out in number 1. So here we're going to take how much your business needs to make, and we're going to divide it by the average value of a client, and that will give you how many sales or clients you need. So for Pam, we know that Pam's business needs to make £77,000 to fund the lifestyle that she wants. So it needs to make £77,000 to cover all her fixed expenses before it pays her £71,000, so that she can take £50,000 in her bank account each year. So £77,000, and we're going to divide that by the average value of the client, which we worked out in number 3, to Pam, which is £3,000. So £77,000 divided by £3,000 is 26. So Pam needs to have 26 clients a year to meet her goals. So now you've identified and understood those key numbers, we need to use them. So break it down. How many clients do you need per year, per month, per week? What's your conversion rate? So if you speak to someone, what are your chances of converting them into a paying client? If you speak to 10 customers and 10 potential customers, 10 leads, and you get 2 paying customers out of that, then your conversion rate is 20%, for example. How many leads do you need to get that many clients? If you've got a conversion of 20%, how many leads do you actually need to get enough paying clients? How will you get them? How many leads or opportunities do you currently get from each marketing pillar? We're not going to be able to cover that here, but I'm going to talk to you later about the AIM community, where we will cover a lot of that stuff, and we will look at actually how to get the customers that you need. So Pam needs to have 26 clients a year to meet her goals. Pam only works for 10 months a year. She likes to take 2 months off. So 26 clients divided by 10 months of the year, which is the months that she works, equals 2.6 clients a month. So Pam needs 2.6 paying clients a month to get to her financial goals. Pam's conversion rate is 50%. If she speaks to 10 potential leads, she will convert 5 of them into paying clients. So she needs to get double the number of leads that she wants clients. So 2.6 clients times 2 means that she needs 5.2 leads a month to make her goals. So then Pam has to decide how she's going to get them. And that's where she'll look at where she gets her leads, where she gets some networking, where she gets some advertising, and she'll look up how to ramp up those activities. And as I said, we will be going through a lot of that in the AIM community, which I'll tell you about. Things to watch out for. So what I would say is to go away and have the think about how much you want to be earning, and then go through this video again with a pen and paper and work it all out, work out all the numbers. But watch out for things like VAT. If you're VAT registered, you need to watch out for VAT. Just make sure you're treating it consistently across all your expenses and all your income. If you're registered for VAT, then probably just exclude VAT from all your calculations on here. Look out for whether the costs that you're recording are annual or monthly. Again, just be consistent. You can do, I've used my example on an annual basis, but you can do it on a monthly basis if that's how you think. That's fine to do. Have a think about, is it realistic? Can you actually service that many customers? Are there enough hours in the day for you to do the amount of work that this calculation says you need to do in order to meet the goal that you've set yourself? If it's not realistic, then something needs to change. It might be we need to put up your price or something like that. But I would urge you to book an appointment with me and we can have a chat with that if you're coming out with a completely unrealistic number. If you change your income target halfway through, then make sure you go back and recalculate what the business needs to pay you. And obviously, as I said, this does not take account of your personal tax circumstances or how you pay yourself. This is a rough estimate to allow you to make plans and allow you to make decisions on how to grow your business. If in doubt, do speak to a proper accountant about your personal tax circumstances. So thank you very much for being here today and watching that. If you would like more help, as I said, I'm Sarah, I'm from My Profit team. I have two ways of working with clients. So I have one-to-one business coaching, which is best for businesses looking for rapid growth. That's £599 for 6 weeks of coaching. I'm also launching the AIM community, and that's best for solopreneurs looking for accountability and support to grow their business. That's £39 per month. So it's a very affordable way of getting support from an accredited business coach. AIM stands for Accountability, Implementation and Momentum. And that's what we'll be working on in the AIM community to really get you that accountability, help you with the implementation, and get you momentum to grow your business. It's £39 a month, but as a thank you for being on the webinar, I'm very happy to offer you 2 weeks free. So you can join the community for 2 weeks, see what it's like, see if it's for you, and see if it will help you grow your business. What I will do is I will put the recording and some more details about the AIM community into an email, and I will send it to you later this afternoon. So do keep an eye out for that. But I really hope you found this useful. I know I've thrown a lot of content at you, a lot of numbers. I really hope you found it useful. As I said, go back and watch it with a pen and paper and work through the examples and let me know what figure you get to and if it's realistic or not. But I wish you every success on your business journey. And thank you very much for being with me today. Bye.